So then what was it like growing up in the city? What were you like at school?
Yeah, I I can't really remember my nursery and primary school very well, but I know I was just a very active boy in school, and but because of the movement from if because I've already completed my primary school in Ife before we moved, so I have to start all over again. So that affected me psychologically in the way that I was thinking my mates are already in secondary school and I'm here starting all over again and all. But I really thank God because I started all over again, and so I was active. I was just purely on education. But my secondary school, I was a bit more lively because I've adapted to the new environment in the school. So I'm a bit more lively, and I was so active that I engaged in different activities in school, from different representations of different program, debates, cultural dance, and all the rest, and headed up to be the senior prefect of my set 2004. And so that was the beginning of my leadership trait. That was when I was the senior prefect in secondary school. That was SS3, and you have to be the leader of 1,000 of students from different backgrounds, different cultures, and all, and you have to coordinate them. You have to ensure that they go to assembly, their classes are neat, they call the teacher at the right time. Their uniforms are neat. So a whole lot of responsibility to a small boy as at that time. So that was when my leadership traits started from. And then from there, so I took that into my higher institution. Uh, my school, there was no student union when I got there because of some issues. It was banned. But because of my involvement, I brought back student unionism to my school then. And then I engaged in different activities also in higher institution, from departmental vice president to the speaker of the Student Representative Council. Then I ended up to be the student union president of the school. And when I was doing my HND in School of Health Information Management, UCH Ibadan, I also ended up to be the speaker of Student Representative Council. And so I've been a kind of student leader throughout my stay in school. So that's it.
No, that's cool. But I think I think when the earlier you can expose people to leadership positions, and actually, even if it's in a school with 1,000 children or different things, I think it teaches you a lot. And I think
Sure.
again, I think, what's your opinion on if you can teach people leadership, or if they just have it, inside them?
Yeah, I think the first thing I really wanted to do, I didn't even know that I'm going to end up to be a business person. I remember when I was in higher institution, after I revived the student unionism in school, and I listened to different kind of students from different schools, their character, their attitude towards education, towards management. So I discovered that leadership is a problem, but I wasn't privileged to be guided by any person as at that time. But my natural being just informed me that leadership is a problem. So I decided to open an NGO. Then I was in school. That was my first engagement. So I started an NGO on leadership education, and because I discovered that most of my colleagues in school, they've already formed with their habits. So I decided to go to secondary school to go and teach them how to be a good leader when they ended up in university, so that they will be the rightful person to lead the students. And that was how I started my NGO then. And that was what led to the curriculum and develop, which is a leadership entrepreneur development studies that I said I used to train like 10,000 students. So that was how I started that. But as a leader, um, uh, sometimes from experience, from people you meet, and how you relate with people, it forms you more. You learn to understand what leadership is all about more, apart from the theoretical part, what you read in books and all. There are some things that we read in books, but when it comes to practical and based on the culture, Nigerian mentality and mindset, what we read in book and what we experience in the physical world are two
Hmm.
different things. So I decided to use the practical way that they can understand to now teach them. So that's why the curriculum is a non-conventional curriculum. It's not a conventional curriculum. So what we are not taught in school is what are gathered together to form a curriculum that will teach the student. so that they can know more about what leadership is all about, what attitude is all about, what positive thinking is all about, what goal setting is all about, what integrity is all about, what trust is all about. So all these things are what I was able to combine together with my partner then, that we train students in school to form a good leader. And I believe that has really, really helped me to be who I am today. Because without that, I think that's the fundamental thing that led me to who I am and what I'm doing today.
Can I ask, how old were you when you started the NGO?
That should be I should be around 23, 24.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that's super impressive in itself. I love anyone that almost has the drive and just the idea to create something to try and give back and help people. And I know from
Yeah.
obviously the business and the things that we've talked about in the past that is really important to you. But there's a huge difference between someone who actually talks about it and someone that actually does it.